every time one of these girls, they hook up with a guy that has a huge dick, they tell all of their friends and all of their roommates about it. They say, oh my god, this guy, Jack, his cock is so huge. It was the best orgasm I've ever had. Then all of a sudden, everybody in that girl's female group, they all want to have the sex with the same guy. Many people call this hypergamy or female choice copulate, where the vast majority of women are only attracted to a very small percentage of men. And just ladies, I want you to remember this. You say that, okay, there are no good men left, right? All the good men are taken. You say men are assholes, men are wife beaters.
Okay. What's good, YouTube family? I had to start off with this. This is going to be a different one. I do not own the rights to this. We are going to dissect this video. I seen this video today as I was doing some searching and some researching, and it just came across my page. And it said, interracial dating has destroyed Asian men. 8 inches, white man, Asian female, and black man, white female. So I'm going to play this video from the beginning, and we're going to dissect each part. This is going to be a good one. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please don't be offended by any of this. I'm just giving you what he gave you and giving my own personal experiences. Let's get into it. Let's let them start.
Guys, so in this video, we're going to talk about interracial dating. Ooh, I know this topic is going to trigger a lot of people, but I want to make something clear at the start of this video. None of the things I'm about to say in this video is based on my personal opinion.
True, me neither. Nothing is based on my personal opinion. Well, a little bit. No, I'm lying. It's based on my experiences. So my experiences plus my opinion.
I'm just telling you guys the 100% truth, and this is what I've observed. I've been living in the West for nearly 20 years now. And first of all, first point I have to make is that nobody likes Asian guys.
Okay. I don't agree with this one, but let them cook because I got something to piggyback on this one.
Okay, that's just a biological fact. If you're born an Asian male, you're born to be cucked into this world. Okay? For example, let's say, if you go to New York City, right? If you pull together a bunch of young people, let's say you pull together 100 young women between the ages of 18 to 25. And if you pull together another random 100 male between the ages of 18 to 25, this is across all religions, all ethnicities. And if you ask these young women to rate the other group of young men, the group of men that will come up with the highest scoring in terms of attraction.
Okay, so before we get into that list, I want to piggyback on the Asian man thing. You feel me? Because personally, I got a partner who Asian. I got a couple of partners who Asian, and they be getting them. Now, the difference between them and him may be because they be in the hood and they be around a lot of niggas. Probably, but I don't know. You feel me? Like, I don't know. You feel me? It's a possibility, but they vibes just be on point and they get all different flavors, And let me just go to one of my partners, man. Good close friend of mine, man, Nam. Shout out to Nam. Y'all go check his page out, 50shades.of.yellow. Let me tell y'all a little something about Nam. Nam is a fly dude. He dresses. His shoe game be on point. His dress game is usually on point. He ain't super rich, but he about his money. Always been about his money. A very hard worker. He a smooth talker, and he a great dad. That's him and Little Nam. You feel me? Shout out to Little Nam. Now, the reason why I'm bringing them up is because dude he's going to go into these statistics, and I don't necessarily agree with him because, you feel me? I got friends of all backgrounds, you feel me? And I have seen, I have had experiences where I've seen it, different things, and I'm going to talk about it, but I definitely know, you feel me, some Asian dudes be getting play, but you got to be on point. It's being a man in general. You got to be on point. You can't just be on goofy time and think you just finna get some action. But let's let him talk.
Attractiveness will be white male, followed by black male, followed by a Hispanic, Middle Eastern, Pacific Islander, American Samoan, possibly indigenous, and this is the group that follows. And the two groups that always ends up at the bottom It's Asian male and Indian male.
Okay, so now let me talk about the groups, specifically the top four. Um, the reason what a lot of women, you feel me, be looking for out of here, and it's different. Women are different. All women are different. However, they may have certain things, just like men. You know, we have things that we like, things that we love, things that we need, things that we crave. For women, it's a similar thing. You feel me? Especially is based off generational, but security is number one. Whether it is social security, financial security, and just overall protection. You feel me? And that goes into that provider protection thing. A lot of women will settle down, you know, once they become they get a little older, they will settle down with so-called white men, because a lot of white men be financially security, will provide the social security, some financial security, but a lot more of the social security in this system. You feel me? That old school, that it ain't really old school, but it's dying out, the privilege card, you know. That's something that a lot of them, you know, they look for. You know, another thing about a lot of so-called white men, and the reason why I say so-called, because the white black is not really a color thing. It's social statuses, but they tend to be a lot more faithful as far as in one-on-one. You know, they a lot of them be more into monogamy. They may do some cheating in it, you feel me, but it's not as often as other men on this list. You feel me? So out of all of the safety, as far as for not breaking heart, most white men are going to have that. You feel me? When it comes to that kind of safety. Now, another thing that's attracted to, well, it's not really until they get older and they get established in society. Also you have what is pushed. You know, when you see a lot of advertisement, or a lot of advertisement, you is what you see. Now, next over, going to so-called black men. Again, with the so-called, because the no colors, but so-called black men. Most of us are lusted after. You know, so we are society's bad boys, and you know how women feel about the bad boy. They may want to experience you, but that doesn't necessarily mean they want to be with you and grow with you and build with you. And if they do, it's like, do they want to put in the work to get you to want to do the same thing with them and just be with them? Because a lot of women don't like to share. And I'm going to get into that. So, when it comes to entertainment, sports, music, relationship, movies, and shows, especially in porn, we so-called black men are pushed more. So a lot of women want that experience. They want that, you know, they want that sexual experience. They want that romantic, that night of passion. They want that. Then when you add the media and the way it shows our environment, the hoods, you know, it's like they get excited by it, they thrill by it, they turned on by it, they want to experience it, but they don't necessarily want to, you feel me, live it. You get what I mean? It's a difference. Um, Now, unless you are a unicorn, you feel me? Now, if you a unicorn nigga, then 9 times out of 10, you feel me? And this means like you excelling socially, you excelling financially, you going somewhere, you building something that separates you from the 90 to 99% of everyone else. And this same thing applies to all men, because men must add their value. We must prove ourselves on this planet. We must provide value. You feel me? We're not born with value like women. We're not born with it. They can give birth. They get pregnant. They give babies. Us, not the same thing. We don't go through the 9 months of birth. That's not us. So we have to provide something. We put that birth into what we build in our legacy, and women are attracted to that. So that's another kind of security. And when black men have that, it makes you on a top tier type of dude. You know, most, again, like I said, most athletes, most athletes, most sports entertainers, music artists, celebrities, things of this nature. You know, they are usually highly sought after from women because of the level that they are, the status. So when you have that kind of security mixed in with the lust, you feel me? It's an incredible amount of attractiveness there. You get what I mean? It's the melanin. They're just attracted. It's magnetic. Now, what a lot of women find it hard is the family part, because a lot of us may not necessarily want to be tied down. And this, I'm going to show something more interesting in a video of his later. You feel me? Because he got something on point that goes with that when it's talking about the 1% and men who excel. But that's how most of us live. So, and again, I'm not saying all, and yes, a lot of men grow out of it. Some men grow into it. You feel me? They jump off the porch late, and they never had the experiences of being with multiple women, or being attracted by multiple women, like just being attracted to by women. So it's a goal of theirs, and they don't really necessarily know what it comes with it. But it's best to have one or two few women and really, really pour into them and build your legacy. You feel me? Having multiple hella, nah, it's draining you, because again, we givers, we give. Men, you give. You feel me? When you bust, you giving. When she busts, you feel me? You inside of her, she receiving. You get what I mean? So she's a taker. Um, Now let's talk about the, what did he say next on the list? It was the Hispanic, Latino, Mexican. Got a lot of Mexican homies. You feel me? Especially, and the thing about them is they are super traditional family. Very. And what I mean by traditional family is because a lot of them still bring the culture that's not inside the United States to the United States. You feel me? With their family, they hard on that. Like a lot of those men, they'll be in relationships with their woman that they still with since they was like 14, 15, 16. They got like 20, 30 kids. No, I'm just playing. But they do got a lot of kids. They have a lot of children. And it's something for them, that family thing is there. And that's also another form of security. That now thing that is usually an issue is because the modernization, and a lot of women don't want to just be on the traditional stay at home and just deal with the children all day, cook and clean. That's it. They want more of life. A lot of them are chasing their careers, they're chasing their goals, they're chasing their entrepreneurship, they're building, they're doing their own thing. And that's where sometimes a lot of static be, because with that, it comes with a lot of different things. Middle Eastern men, very similar to Hispanic men, but you trade the family values with religion. It's very hardcore religious. Shout out to Allah. But it's also a lot of extreme financial security. So I say all of this to say it's a reason of why, you feel me, women are how they are when it comes to different men, because different men provide different things just like different women provide different things. It's not gonna be this. It's not the same thing. You feel me? And you just gotta find somebody who works for you, or find what's for you. It's a big world. It's a giant world. But I just want to touch on that part. Let's let them continue so I can get back to cooking.
Okay, that is 100% true biological fact. There's no twisting your way around it. And you know who has it worst? Asian men. Because at least in India, almost all the marriages are arranged, right? However, for Asian males in the modern world, where the entire world is connected, and with the rise of millions of passport bros, and with the
Passport bros is crap. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, you feel me. A lot of time, and the reason why I say it's crap is not because of what they are doing. It's the way that they go about doing it. Like, you don't got to put down, you feel me, females from your own area, or just to, you feel me, bring up another type of woman someplace else. That's, I never thought that was cool. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, everyone has pros and cons. I guarantee you. You feel me? The more you fuck with different types of females, the more you will realize every type of female has their issues. And there, you feel me? It's a collective thing. It's different pros and cons. Just like men, we all have our issues. We all have pros and cons. So, Yeah, passport bros be trying to make shit seem like it's sweet. You feel me? It ain't really like that. A lot of times, I don't even think them females really be feeling them. I think they just be wanting that, be wanting that citizenship. But that's just me. Don't get me wrong. I love females from all over, you know. But I love black women. You feel me? It's me. You feel me? It's in me. I love that melanin. But again, I love women from all over too. You feel me? I just don't think it's cool to just put down one for, you feel me, for the other based off of poor experiences. You know, you can't categorize everyone. It don't work. The only thing you can say about everyone is we all have pros and cons. That's it. That's something that is universal of fact.
rise of interracial dating and marriage, the Asian guy gets completely cucked. So I'll give you an example. If you can look at this up, this is the latest statistics in the U.S. on interracial marriage, right? The number of Asian females entering interracial marriage is at a staggering 36% compared to 17% for Asian men. Even this number is skewed. I'll tell you.
Okay, now the reason why I thought this was kind of crazy is because even though that's what the statistics he said, it says black men are twice as likely as black women to intermarry. Percent of U.S. newlyweds who are intermarried. Now, I thought this was interesting because, hang on, let me get my handy dandy notebook because I actually had to write this down. You feel me to tap into it. It was kind of one of those things that kind of irked me. Now, I think this is because a combination of different things. One, because of generational damage, including social conditioning, psychological trauma, and social media and entertainment. You feel me? That is pushed on the subconscious and paints a picture that's not necessarily there. Entertainment does a lot when it comes to smoke and mirrors. A lot of men, you feel me? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of our men cannot handle our women. You feel me? That's real shit. You feel me? A lot of men need to be better. A lot of men, you feel me? A lot of our men need to be better. You feel me? Now, and again, I know we have our problems. You feel me? I know the things that Uncle Sam done did to us generation after generation after generation. Plus, you feel me? Extra 400 years. You feel me? On top of most of us are mixed, you feel me, or have the blood of the indigenous people or so-called Native Americans here. So it's a possibility a percentage of our DNA was brought from someplace else, and another percentage of our DNA, you feel me, was wiped off our own land here. So that's a thing, you feel me, when you add the timeline, you feel me, and especially what it is recently when it comes to these podcasts and these shows that puts us against each other, you know, mostly for financial security, you feel me, and a lot of times men not wanting to just be the one who is providing all of the finances, you know, because, and I get it, I know the economy is not the same as our grandfather's day, you know, our grandparents, they got paid, you know what, it was minimum wage, the woman, some women worked, you feel me, rarely, like extremely small percentage in the 60s, 70s, and they paid for everything. They paid for everything with a minimum wage job, was able to pay for the house, pay for the car, pay for all the groceries, take care of all the bills, save, have money for emergency and college funds, all on a minimum wage job. But that's because the dollar value was stronger. The dollar has lost 99% of its purchasing power and is on the bricks of collapsing. You feel me? Not to mention that the rest of the world is switching to bricks. But that's another story. That plays a part in relationships as far as the dynamics. You get what I mean? It's the game we are playing in is a whole lot harder than what the game of our grandparents and our parents were playing in. So financially, it takes a lot more. And I think a lot of men don't want to give their all, you feel me, because they think they're going to get hit over head and get played, you feel me? Because, you know, and another thing, I'm in California, the Bay Area specifically, I don't know hardly no women that don't work because everyone has to work here, you know? So I think, again, a lot of our men need to do a lot better, you feel me? And I think we need to change the narrative, the way that we think, you know? But yeah, I just wanted to piggyback on that. You feel me? Again, every woman has their pros and cons. You only know from experience. But the more experience you get, You will realize that the grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is only green where you water it at. Again, I love so-called black women. I love all women, but I love so-called black women. Let's let this dude continue.
Why? Because in this category, they categorize Asian men and Indian men. They put them into the same category, which is false. Because the vast
I'm not gonna play this whole video. I'm gonna skip through, but I'm gonna let him cook.
majority of the time, well, when the Indian person enters an interracial marriage, it's an Indian man and a Western woman. Okay, so let's say if you were able to exclude Indian men from this equation, the true numbers would be something like 50% of Asian women are entering interracial marriage, and for Asian men it's maybe 10%. And if you go to Asia, if you don't believe me, go to, let's say, China, Japan, go to Philippines, Vietnam, go to Cambodia, Thailand. I would say that in 99% of the cases of all the interracial marriages, it's a white Western passport bro marrying an Asian woman, okay? You would almost never see a passport sister. You didn't see a foreign woman coming to China to look for a husband, okay?
That's because they go to Jamaica and Africa. Nah, let me keep going.
Asian men get completely cucked. One thing I want to bring up is that women are more perverted than men in modern relationships.
This is facts. This is why I said Jamaica or Africa, or you feel me? Fucking with the niggas. Look.
No, I'm serious, okay? I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm just telling you the truth. I went to a college for 2 years, and I've been to universities for 4 years now. In 6 years of post-secondary, sometimes it's, just out of curiosity. Sometimes I see an interracial couple on campus. Sometimes we sit down and, at the parties or whatever, we just have a casual conversation. I see a white girl with a black guy on campus. I asked her, like, what made you interested in him? And listen, the answer almost 100% of the time is that it's all about this, okay? See this? It's all about the 8-inch big black cock. I'm really not making this up.
Okay, so again, like I said earlier, you feel me? Most black men, we are lusted after. You get what I mean? They want us for the experience. It's a programming. I mean, everyone has to understand the programming and how this game works. You feel me? Most people thoughts and their cravings, their wants, they're not their own. They're pushed on them subconsciously by society. So when it comes to a lot of women and their fetishes, or you feel me, their desires, is because of what they see. You get what I mean? And what's pushed on them. And also, everyone loves orgasm. Women love orgasm. But you that's just me. If you ain't, you feel me, packing like that, you just gotta go harder on your craft. You feel me, to find out how are you pleasing that woman. But also too, if you don't have any experience with women, you're not gonna learn women and how to please them. You're not gonna you need the experience. You get what I mean? So it's more than just the pipe. The pipe definitely goes a long way, you feel me, but it's so much more to that.
Women are extremely perverted today. By the way, for comparison, like this is around 5 inches and this is actually around 11 inches. And let's just take a moment, okay? I want to expand on this. For example, the topic of sex comes up, right? You ask these modern so-called liberal feminist women. They say, oh, what's the typical like dick size do you see? Their answer is never like this. It's always something like this. Do you know what that means, ladies? Do you know what that means? It's that the guys with average size penis or small penis simply don't get laid, okay? All of the women want the guy with the...
This is deep. I can't lie. This is pretty deep.
Huge dick. I'm serious, man. I have seen this so many times. And if you don't believe me, you can just do a survey. Especially go to American university campuses. Go talk to the interracial couples. Okay, the number one reason for so many white women that's dating black men on college campuses is because they have a huge cock. And part of the reason why when you rank a man's attractiveness on a scale, and the Asian and Indian men always land on the bottom, is that, I'm sorry, most of these men, they don't have massive dicks, okay? That's just a true biological fact. Women are obsessed with this. Women cannot lead in a relationship. Women are followers because, for example, I've heard of many stories like this, right? When a woman hooks up with some guy with a huge dick, and it's important to remember, it's not just the length, it's also the girth. For example, like this is roughly...
Again, women love orgasms. Women love orgasms, and a lot of women don't get orgasms, even with, you feel me, with so-called black men. It's a thing, but women love orgasms. So it's like you have to be able to please her, just like you got to be able to please your woman in multiple ways. It's not just one way, and that's what makes it that's what makes it tricky, like every different man brings something different. But most women, they want everything, the combination. So you have to be everything. It sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. You feel me? It doesn't suck because it challenges you to be better, and you should be everything. You should be able to do everything. I don't know. That's just me. Let's let them keep going.
5 inches, right? But a lot of women are obsessed with the girth as well. So, like, if you have an average size penis, but if you have a massive girth, that women will still want to sleep with you. This is how modern women, this is how they choose their relationships. This is how they choose their partners. It's based on their height, their length, and their girth. And if you wonder why, the relationship is not going well for you, you wonder why you're not happy, right? It's absolutely ridiculous. Every time one of these girls, they hook up with a guy that has
Now that is true. You feel me? A lot of times people let just sex go into the relationship. They just focus on sex and just focus on fun. Man, relationships are so much more than that. Relationships are a lot of hard work, and you don't really know somebody. You feel me? Like until you really with them. But then also too, you got to strip the sex away because sometimes the sex, especially if it's good, that shit'll blind you. And this is something a lot of men, you feel me, get trapped. They get trapped by it, like they get trapped. They have a broad who ruining their life, but because the pussy is so good, they are going to, you feel me, they gonna let they shit burn. A lot of women too, they get dickmatized, but life is more than just orgasms and sex. Even though it's good, you feel me, it has to be more than just that.
a huge dick. They tell all of their friends and all of their roommates about it. They say, "Oh my god, this guy Jack, his cock is so huge. It was the best orgasm I've ever had." Then all of a sudden, everybody in that girl's female group, they all want to have the sex with the same guy. Many people call this hypergamy or female choice copulate, where the vast majority of women are only attracted to a very small percentage of men. And just
Now, also with that's not just, you feel me, with sex. It's also in nature. That's natural. Women love women. Women love men who with women. You feel me? Women love men. You feel me? Who other women love. That's why celebrities are so big. That's why athletes are so big. Men in positions of power, because men are electric. You feel me? Women are magnetic. Once you excelling and you start pulling more magnetic or more women to you, you're going to attract more, and you're going to excel pushing out more electricity. And this is how this works, on a spiritual level as well. That's why in nature you will see alpha males with multiple women. It's the is what it is, and it's going to get to that point soon. You feel me? Because it's just not enough suitable men. You feel me? For how many women it is, and there's going to be a lot of sharing, more aware sharing than which I'm pretty sure it already is, because there's so many females that are like stopping to fuck with dudes in general because they coming across so many bad options that they just fucking with females, So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of sharing.
ladies, I want you to remember this. You say that, okay, there are no good men left, right? All the good men are taken. You say men are assholes, men are wife beaters, men are cheaters.
Okay, so you shouldn't be an asshole. That ain't cool. You definitely should not be putting your hands on no female. That's not cool. And you shouldn't be letting a woman put her hands on you. You feel me? And you also shouldn't be letting her be an asshole to you too. Don't be a simp. And you also shouldn't be a cheater. You feel me? If you want to fuck with multiple females, tell her before you sign up with that. Before y'all get in a monogamous relationship, say, "Hey, I don't want to be in a monogamous one-on-one relationship. I like fucking with multiple females." Keep it solid. You feel me? Then it won't be cheating.
Okay, right now in the United States, you can look this up. This is according to Pew Research. Under the age of 30, over 60% of men are single. Over 60% of men are single under the
Okay, so now
age of 30.
that's interesting. Now I believe it's mostly because of a combination of mental health. They don't have a lot of emotional control. A good percentage is finances. You feel me? There's not that financial security. You feel me? They definitely have not been established. A lot of men past their 30s to 40s haven't been established, even higher. Most of our country is not established financially. Then if they are abusive, if they are lacking sexual pleasure or intimacy, if they are lacking, you feel me, physical attraction, if they are lacking personality, being able to be social, if they're lacking a lot of different things, and then you have some of them are battling with their own, you feel me, sexuality. So you got a lot of things that factor into why there's so many different single men. So yeah.
So, ladies, that is really your problem. You all want the same guy. You all want the 6 feet, the six figures, the six pack, and the 6 inches.
They all want it. And the crazy thing is, they will be more willing to share than not. I don't understand that. Women, ladies, if I'm wrong, please comment and tell me below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think.
Okay, and which is a very very small percentage of the population. Just the height requirement alone, right? 14.5% of the adult male population in the United States is at least 6 feet. 6'1" is 7%. 6'2" is 3%. Okay.
I'm thankful that I am 6 feet. And on that note, hang on, let me get to a commercial. Dude, y'all make sure y'all go to wellness.minds.com and check out the Breathe Better, Be Better course. Really go tap in on this, man. I think you sign up is going to be a special. Now back to this.
Just want you to put that into perspective. So you would rather be someone else's side chick,
Yes.
rather than find you a man that will treat.
Yes, they would. They rather be a side chick than find a man who does not make the cut. It's real. It's real.
Treat you like a queen and will respect you and will never cheat on you. For example, I've been part of 2
Also, too, that doesn't necessarily mean that they won't. You feel me? Some females be settling for less and they be getting, you feel me, worse treatment than if they hadn't settled for less. So that's not also true.
Varsity teams, right? Sometimes before a track practice, right, you meet up with a group, right? There's 5 guys on the team and there's 5 female on the team, and 4 of the 5 guys are single. One of the guys has a girlfriend, and let's say all 5 of the women are single. You just go up, have an interaction. You ask them, how's your day going? How is your physical condition? Are you ready for race day? Whatever. Just strike up a random conversation.
That's the thing, you feel me? You can't strike up random conversations. It don't work like that. You cannot strike up random conversations. They can strike up random conversations with you, even though it's not random. If they striking up a conversation, it's definitely intentional. You have to be intentional, direct, and on point. You have to be striking up conversations that are having them interested. And you only have a short period of time, you feel me, to capture their attention. They like a legendary Pokemon you're trying to catch. You feel me? I know we all used to play that with the Game Boys. Man, you get one shot in a short period of time. If you miss your shot, it's over. Lose yourself. Eminem voice.
Single time is guaranteed, whatever the situation is, whether it's in a classroom or a club or a varsity team, okay? The group of females, they always find the 1 or 2 guy in that group that's already in a relationship. See, and whenever the first girl that finds that guy, all of the other girls want to start a conversation. They want to start flirting with that.
That's because women love men who already women love. If a woman loves you, other women will love you. They feel safe. They feel it's like, okay, you must be doing something right. You on point. A lot of times they don't even know. It's something about you. It's the light. You feel me? You are excelling. You are giving off that light. You get what I mean? It's a comfort thing, because on a biological level, we are conditioned, you feel me, to program. That's how our anatomy is. That's why we reproduce. So she is attracted to that and feel that you will be suitable because another woman has already gave you a stamp saying you are suitable. You have to understand this. It's hard for a single man to get women because women are looking like, why are you single? Like, why would I want you if no other woman wants you? I know it doesn't make any sense, but this is how they operate. Women have to want you for a woman to want you. It just works like that. It just works like that.
Same guy, they say, oh, do you like my hair? You like my little pink scrunchie? Do you like my outfit? And then they start asking him all these questions. They say, oh, how long have you been together with your girlfriend? None of these women will ever approach a guy that's single. Okay, I've seen many guys, they've told me the same thing. For example, this is their 4th year in university. I'm about to graduate grade. The first 3 years, they had no girlfriend. No woman ever approached them or DM'd them or complimented them. But they got a girlfriend in their senior year. Now, all of a sudden, a bunch of women start hitting on that guy.
Because no woman wants a man that no other women want. They want men that other women want. That's the way it works. That is the way it works. It will forever work like this. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I just said why. But this is the reason of why it works like that. So you really have to be on point. You feel me? You really have to understand this seriously. Let me go to another one, another break real quick. Doo-doo-doo. Shout out to the homie Nam. Y'all make sure, hey, he a fly Asian dude, man. He be getting it. Now let me go to my Wompty Wham, Wompty Wham. Okay, also get ready for this course that's coming out. How to Be a Man. I'm tripping. Not a course. It's going to be a book, but it will be a course added with it. It will be coming out very soon. So y'all keep your eye open for this. Okay, now let's get back to it.
And then they know that he already has a girlfriend. Ladies, this kind of behavior is absolute cancer to our society because you're going up to a guy that's in a happy, committed, exclusive relationship, and then you're trying to tear apart that relationship.
They don't give a fuck.
You're purposely finding men who are married, who are happily married, and they have a beautiful family. They have 3 kids with.
And they don't give a fuck because they think that they can get it the same thing. And 9 times out of 10, they can get something similar. You feel me? With that man. If it is what it is.
Their wife, and you're trying to tear apart that marriage because let's just be honest, the vast majority of the cheating are done by the woman. And once again, ladies, I just want to show something. Okay, so this is 5 inches versus 11 inches. Like, why the hell do you need this for? Like, where is this going? Are you absolutely out?
He's true. He
find the two. I can guarantee you this. Let's say you pull that. Most of the time Asian men don't have a massive dicks. Okay, that's just a true biological fact. When you're born as an Asian man into this world, you're just bound to be cucked. Okay, over the years I've had many Asian women tell me that they would never ever date an Asian guy. There's a reason why the most common interracial relationship worldwide is a white male and the Asian female. And there's also one more thing. This is what I've been told by Western males. The reason.
Okay, now this was very interesting. Because it's not a lot of relationships between so-called white women and so-called white men right now. They not together like that statistically. And like he said, a lot of men are so-called white men are choosing to be with Asian females or so-called black females. So let's see.
Reason why so many of them they have this Asian fetish. Why do they want Asian women so bad? A lot of them have told me that the hole for the Asian woman is much smaller compared to Western women. I'm just saying this out there, okay?
And this is why I said the title. Many white men have also told me the hole for white women is often stretched out after having a lot of sex with so-called black men. That's why they don't want them and they go for Asian women. That's deep.
But a lot of Western men have told me that the reason why they like Asian women is that when they're in the bedroom, when they're thrusting, because the hole for the Asian woman is much smaller, if the sensation is 10 times greater versus when they're doing it with Western women. Okay, that's just what I've been told. Well, if you think about it, as a proportion to your body.
Every vagina is made differently. No vagina is the same. But that might have a little bit of truth to it. And I think because they are so small, a lot of Asian women, so if you're small, you're small. But not all though, not all. I don't think so. It's all either. But yeah. Some do. Some definitely do. All right.
Body size, it makes sense.
Oopsie doopsie. Yeah. So we're gonna end it here. Yeah, y'all go ahead and I think I'm gonna start doing this a lot because I'm about to pick apart these little interracial videos. Hopefully YouTube does not block me again. I do not own this content. This is for educational purposes only. I'm just using it. Yeah. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what y'all think. I really need y'all feedback, man. I really want to know. All right. I'll catch y'all.